In this video, we will demonstrate how to create an autonomous op mode that tells a robot to turn and then stop. Configure your robot as you did in the moving forward and backward tutorial. Now start by creating a new autonomous op mode called Auto Turn and reverse one of your motors. Now we can create the code that will be executed when the run button is pressed. Click and drag the dual Set Power to 1 block into the Run Blocks area. Power values run from 0 to 1 for 0% to 100%. They can also be negative to indicate the opposite direction. To tell the robot to turn in place, we can set the power levels to opposite values like negative 50% and positive 50%, which we specify by filling in negative 0.5 and 0.5. We want the robot to turn for 1 second. Select Linear Op Mode and click and drag a sleep block underneath the Set Motor Power. With a default value of 1000, the op mode will pause for 1000 milliseconds or 1 second. But the motors will continue to run and the robot will continue to turn. Now we want the robot to stop, so we set the power value of both motors to 0. Because this is an autonomous op mode, we don't need the while loop that is available for creating teleop code, so we'll go ahead and delete it. Save and run the op mode. The robot should turn in place for 1 second and then stop. Another method of turning is to make a tight turn by only rotating one of the wheels. We can do so by setting the motor power of one of the motors to 0. Now save and run the op mode again. The robot should turn tightly, rotating around the stationary wheel. Lastly, we can also program the robot to make a more gradual turn by having both wheels drive forward, but have one run at a higher power than the other. Let's use 25% and 50% power. Save and run the robot. The robot should make a gradual turn for 1 second and then stop. Experiment with other combinations of power values and observe their effect on the robot's turning.